Okay. So if you will, make your way to a tall spine and a comfortable seat where your feet are resting firmly on the earth. Your hands are comfortable in your lap. You can use this position to begin to settle into ourselves. Letting the outside world take care of itself for a little while. We can begin to look inwards. Cultivate this strength, this ability in our minds that already exists, but we need to pump it up sometimes, of simply observing what's going on. Often the part of our mind that's most engaged is the one that's making decisions, making judgments, thinking, problem solving, and all of that's good, serves its place in the world. But here in this class, in this space, we create a little space for that other type of mind, that observing mind, to have a chance to shine and get a little stronger. Because often when we tune into what's actually happening in the present moment, instead of the problems and tasks and to-do lists that our thinking mind can come up with, we're much more peaceful. So that's what we're practicing, and using the body and the breath and sensation as our anchors. So beginning that now at the start of class, where you just take a few moments to let yourself settle and to begin to notice yourself. What's the breath feel like? What's the body feel like? What kind of headspace are you in? You can continue to observe yourself gently throughout practice. Just see what shifts, what maybe changes as we move and breathe together. So let's start with the breath. Let's do a couple. Let's do my two favorites. So let's inhale and just simply exhale with an open mouth, sighing as we go. More times. Like this one because I feel like it's simple, effective. Signal to our body that we're getting into that rest and digest phase and out of the fight or flight phase. And then likewise, we'll do a little slowing the breath down. So I'll do a count on the inhale and a count on the exhale, where the exhale is a little bit slower. My count is an example, and you can do what works for you. So inhaling 1, 2, 3, exhaling 2, 3, 4. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Usually so many yawns tonight. So a couple more times at your pace. The exact count doesn't matter. It just matters that you're dragging out those exhales so that they're a little bit longer. Last one. And then let your breath go back to whatever's more like a regular pace for you. Let's go through our warm up, shrugging those shoulders up toward the ears, squeezing them together behind you, big circular motion. I think today we'll do all the ones that are like TLC. Nice and easy, but keeping us in this relaxation mode, this lunar phase, as they call it in yoga. So reverse the direction of your shoulder shrugs if you haven't already. We'll explore practices that help us slow down and relax. All right, hands on the knees, round your back, tuck your chin. Exhale. And then bring the chest forward, tuck those elbows behind you, little cat-cow action. Wonderful. Okay, tall spine. Let's swivel back and forth a little bit. Legs don't go anywhere when you do this. So it's a twisting in the upper body. The next time you're over here on the left, maybe stay there for a moment. You can even look back there to accentuate the twist. And then swivel on over to the left. Wonderful. Bring it on back in. Let's stretch the side. Grab one side of your chair, reach up and over with the other arm, extending through those fingertips. Inhale to center, and then exhale, try the other way. Wonderful. Okay. So let's spend a little time with the head and neck. Taking our nose up to face like an imaginary clock face. You can kind of press your fingertips down to the floor and see if that makes this even more interesting of a sensation. But we're going to take the nose and circle it around. We're tracing those numbers on the clock. As always, if you find that this one's kind of crunchy or clicky or just doesn't feel good, you can skip it, do something else. So reverse the direction on your circles. Okay. And then from neutral, we're going to give ourselves a little like an underbite and then lift the chin up toward the sky. So here we go. We'll stretch for the underside of the neck here. And release back to neutral with the neck. Drop this right ear toward the shoulder, still reaching away with those left fingertips. You could maybe even place your hand ever so gently on the side of your head. Then try it the other way. All right. Come back to center with the neck. Take the chin down toward your chest and then roll gently from side to side to where you got an ear near the shoulder, and then back to center and then the other way. And then the next time your chin is tucked over to where you're kind of looking outside of this right knee, keep it there and then draw some little loop-de-loops with the tip of your nose. Okay. Let your chin drop that down to your chest and then roll over to the left, kind of looking outside the left knee here. Little circles, little loop-de-loops with your nose. So many muscles in the neck. It's interesting to try to find little ways to get to them home. Okay. Back to center and then slowly on back up. Maybe a couple of shoulder shrugs to let it go. Okay. We haven't done this one in a long time, but it's one of my favorites. It's a little headache sort of TLC whenever you've got a tension headache, or if you're kind of like me and you tend to clench your teeth sometimes without realizing it. This is what I always do to loosen up that feeling when it's going on. So take your hands like almost like you could pick up basketballs, like strong fingers, and then just place them on your scalp. Random places, doesn't really matter, and do some circles. If you here and then change position and do it again. Another change of position. And then like take your two little peace fingers and zip them together, place them gently in your little third eye space, like right between and above your eyebrows, and slowly kind of trace along your eyebrows, giving just enough pressure that feels good to you until you find the spot, this temple spot over here, where if you move your jaw, you can feel the movement under your skin, and stay there and do a couple of circular motions. Okay, we can try that again, coming into the center, tracing along eyebrows, and then finding that little temple spot for a massage. Okay, likewise with these little peace fingers, can place them under the eyes, like or on either side of the nose. You can see what I'm doing. And then just sort of gently follow that eye socket all the way out, just pressing, go back in and do it again. Meet me back in here near the nose, and then just sort of gently pull down a couple of times. And then lastly, you'll find if you move out away from the nose, but kind of closer to your lips, and then kind of feel around a little bit, you'll find your little jutting bones of like your cheekbones. Just sort of press along there in an upward fashion. You can go out to the edges and bring it back in. If you're tight in this area, you'll know that you found it. If it doesn't really feel like anything, then congratulations. You're not much of a clincher. All right. And then lastly, like two little lobster pincher fingers, just kind of trace along your jawline. Okay. You can use your pinchers all over your ears too. It's really hot right now when we're filming this, but if you do these facial exercises in the middle of winter when we're cold and we don't have a lot of blood going in our extremities, this can feel really nice. Okay, so let that go. Little hand TLC, popcorn fingers and circles. Other way around. Okay, bring your hands together in like a prayer formation and then press down with the wrists toward the floor. If this doesn't feel stretchy to you, I'm looking for stretch here. If this doesn't feel stretchy to you, then you can kind of press them in either direction one at a time. And then we'll take the wrists and place them on the outside of the ribs and just press into them. Again, if this doesn't feel like much to you, then you can do them one at a time like this. All right, shake it out, let it go. Blesses, okay. And so let's do our lower body TLC. I'll turn to the side just so you can see me better. Take this right leg, extend it, toes up toward the sky, tall spine. So before you dive into this pose, I would move in and out of it a few times with the breath. So exhale as you head into it. Inhale to kind of sit up again. And exhale, tip forward. Inhale, come on out. So we're not like bouncing or forcing anything. We're just slowly at the pace of slow breaths, moving in and out. The stretch. When you feel like you're ready, you can hold it for 5, 6, 7 breaths. Come on up. You try it on the left, extend that leg, head in and out. The stretch a few times, exhaling to lean forward and inhaling to come out of the stretch. And then hold. Breathing slowly to signal to the body that it's okay to relax. We don't have control over a whole lot in this world or in our bodies, but one thing we have control over is how we breathe. And that's a way that we can influence what's going on in the body. Slow, controlled breathing signals to the body that everything is fine. It's okay to calm down. Great. When you're ready, come on back up. A couple of stretches here combined with some massage, so self-massage. So let's take this right leg and cross it over. Again, this kind of stuff is great in the winter months when our circulation gets all sluggish. So we haven't done a lot of hip warm-up, socket warm-up, so let's do that real quickly before, and a couple of circles here. Get that synovial fluid and the hips moving. And the other way. Okay, now crossover, see how that feels. If it still feels uncomfortable or not like you can get your leg this high today, then maybe something more like this, like crossing over a little lower. And then take your thumbs like little kneaders, like you're a cat kneading dough, making biscuits, and just knead around with your thumbs on that calf muscle. Nice and slow, exploring it, seeing if there are any tight spots. For me, sometimes they're mostly in and around the foot, ankle bone. You can see what's true for you. And then take this right arm and reach across your body, kind of giving yourself like a pat on the back. But while you're there, sort of tinkle through to your fingers like they're on the keys of a piano, like rolling through them for a little bit of a massage on these neck muscles that also tend to be tight from all of the habitual motions that we do. Reading, using the computer, driving. Okay, and then back to, this is our pigeon shape. You can ease in and out of it a couple of times with the breath, exhaling to tip forward, inhaling to come out. Likely you'll feel, if you feel anything, it'll be a sensation over here in the hip, and that will be your guide. Just want to be able to feel it, but not that it hurts or anything like that. Okay, and then maybe this next time hold for 3 or 4 breaths. Right, before we let this go, hug this right leg in, and just breathe against it for a few times. Circle your ankle. If this really were winter, we might do a little foot massage too. Probably feel good. I think I'll skip it today though. Other way around with the circles. But it would be just that same sort of idea of using your thumbs as little kneaders to explore a lot about your butts. Get that circulation moving. All right, let's try all that on the left. So bringing this left knee up, circle the hip a couple of times first. Other way. Crossing over, flexing your foot, taking our little massagers with our thumbs, exploring around here. That calf muscle, maybe even down into around the ankle and foot. Reach across the body with this left hand, put it on your right shoulder. Play those little piano keys over there. And exhale. Lean into the stretch. Inhale, come back out of it a couple of times and then settle into a hold. Exhaling, holding. Wonderful. Sit back up, bring the knee around, circle the ankle. And the other way. All right, wonderful. Feet on the earth, tall spine, comfortable seat. Going to guide us through progressive body relaxation and to stay with our theme of poses and meditations that sort of calm the nervous system. You can either sit up tall like this, or if you have something where you could rest your head on the edge of it, like a desk or a table nearby, especially if you can place your third eye space on something. Maybe it just looks a little something like this. You're leaned over. You might try that and see if it's calming to you. Some people find that bent forward position to be relaxing. If it doesn't work for you, then that's fine too. Find a position that feels nice. Close your eyes or let your gaze go soft. We're going to work our way through the body from top to bottom. First, spending a few moments trying to feel and actually tune into each part. And then imagining that those parts relax. You can even, if you want to, make it a little bit more tangible by kind of clenching that muscle and then relaxing it. And starting with the muscles in the face. Forehead, around the cheeks and the eyes, the smile lines, and then the tongue inside your mouth. Noticing them. And then feeling the muscles melt into a state of ease. What about the muscles in the shoulders, neck, upper back? What do you notice when you tune in? And can you feel all of it melting away? Right arm from the top until you travel downward and feel ease dripping from each fingertip. Likewise with the left arm, submerging it in a sense of relaxation. Muscles in the middle and lower back. How do they feel? Can they feel at ease? Moving around to the front side of the body, the area around the heart. Noticing any tension there and then feeling it melt away. Likewise with the belly, is there tightness, is there tension? Can you watch it dissolve? Let this sense of ease travel down the rest of your body until it reaches your toes. And then spend a few moments imagining looking at your body from the outside. All of those pieces that we touched on now, they're an integrated whole with this sense of relaxation, with this sense of ease, traveling freely throughout. Staying in that state for as long as you like. Bringing yourself out slowly when you're ready. Almost like you're waking in the morning, bit by bit. Having the last step be that you open your eyes. And that's where we'll sign off from each other one more time. Hands to the sky and then to the heart. Thank you so much.